It's here. It's in me. All that is in the world, that's me. And then it says, the lusts of the flesh, the lusts of the eyes, where are they? In my head. And the pride of life, where is this? In me. Where is Egypt? It's in you. Egypt is in you. All that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, and they're all in me. All that is in the world, in me. And so Pharaoh put some taskmasters, and this is the taskmasters, the lusts of the flesh, the lusts of the eyes, and the pride of life. And brothers and sisters, these lusts cause us to build up the world, Egypt. There is no rest by serving Egypt. There was no rest at all. They wouldn't even let them go for 3 days to worship in the wilderness, it says. There is no rest from the flesh. There is no Sabbath in Egypt. And so we're looking at the pride of life to make wise. What do the youth do today to be wise? What do they do? I shall enroll in university and get a doctorate or get some high education. And don't misunderstand me, education is not wrong. But let us understand it from the point of the taskmaster, the pride of life. That's what we're understanding at. The education, to enroll in a course that is very heavy. And they're youth, so the youth generally are either just married or they have a relationship already or what have you. So there is the study demands and the stress of becoming wise. And so you have to stay up late at night because you have to cram study because you've been a little slack. And you have to study your exams and all the problems, and then you're getting tired, so you have to take some coffee to get you awake, to keep going with these exams, these tedious exams, so you can be wise. And finally, you become qualified, and then you go to your job, and I've heard many people say that by the time I get in my job, I realise that half the stuff I learned, I didn't even need. Now I'm learning on the job. So now they have to learn on the job, but in the meantime, all the stress and the time that was taken, they don't know how to be a wife, they don't know how to be a husband, they don't know how to do the basics of life, but they want to be wise. And so you get these educational programs that just teach you the wisdom of this world, yet the basics of life, the children, you might have some little children, and they've been neglected because you had some exams to finish. And then you come home and you find that you've now got your job, and that you find you don't even know who your family are. And you find that you are estranged with your wife, you don't really know who she is, or your husband, and your children, well, they're growing up and they're so naughty now. And here comes the whips from the taskmaster. He got you to build the treasure city, but now you get whipped because the education has pumped it so much out of the young people that they don't even know how to bring up the poor children. Send them to daycare because we're busy. And these whips lash society, brothers and sisters. They lash society like you've never believed. These are the taskmasters of Egypt. This is what Satan has said over the young people. Be wise and get worldly wisdom. Jesus said to his disciples, come and I'll make you fishers of men. And he put them into an apprenticeship. And blessed Lord, he pays while we go. He pays so you don't have to get another job. Many students have to get a job to pay for their basics because the study allowance is not enough. So you have your study cram, plus you've got to go to work, plus all these stresses because there's not enough money. But Jesus wants to put you into an apprenticeship. You can work, you're learning on the job, you're getting paid, you can go home and be with your family. There's no lashes with the Lord. And so the scourges of the taskmaster rip through society today. All because of the pride of life. There is another taskmaster, it's wealth. Wealth wealth, the pride of the eyes, to have a really nice vehicle or a home or whatever you want. Because the money, when you have money, then you've got some power, and I really want to have this wealth. And wealth is saying, come and worship me. Come and build the city of the Egyptians. Come and invest your money in the pyramids. And so the young people really want wealth. And so they engage in obtaining wealth. And again, there is nothing wrong with wealth. Money isn't the root of all evil. What is the root of all evil? The love of money is the root of all evil. And so the society has come and put your money in a term deposit and wait for a while. And then the stock market might crash, and then I have no more money. Put your money into superannuation and it will grow. And unfortunately today, superannuation is gone down. The love of money. This is what Satan is dealing wisely, to give you these things which afterwards would whip you. Wealth is it's like a bovine. It's really slow and heavy to come. But when you finally get wealth, it can disappear like a hound after a rabbit. Wealth is such a stress. And there's a quote, it says, and this is from Thomas Fuller, and it says, riches are long in getting with much pain, hard in keeping with much care, quick in losing with more sorrow. And there it is. Wealth. Earthly wealth, really. If we think about earthly wealth, to play the game of wealth is like playing a pretend game. Because we can have our wealth and what have you, and we can have our house, but when you die and when you're on your bed, you're the same as a beggar. There is no difference on the deathbed of a rich man and a beggar. No difference. And so he's been pretending all along, thinking he's wealthy. But at the end of his life, he has nothing. He has nothing. No wealth. It is like playing a pretend game, except the children have more fun playing pretend games because they know they're pretending. People don't realize they're pretending to put on these wealthy garments, only to know that when you die, they're going to be moth-eaten. And there is another taskmaster, which I believe is a very hard taskmaster. Very hard. And this is the taskmaster of dating. Fall in love. The lust of the eyes. What a beautiful woman. What a beautiful man. Handsome. The lust of the eyes. There's nothing wrong with them. You know, they're charming. They're very pretty. And then man falls into love. And he has stars around his head until he wakes up to see how bad the fall really was. Because falling into love will wreck many a person. I have a quote here from Sister White. Because this is a taskmaster that really causes some problems. It says here,